welcome. I'm Prachi Gupta. As the whole world battles the coronavirus pandemic, every single day is bringing in hope. Hope of a breakthrough, hope of a new vaccine. In this COVID 19 bulletin, we bring you facets of that hope, curated information on the new developments in science and technology each day that can help us in managing and overcoming the ongoing crisis. Testing is the need of the hour. However, high cost and reliance on the import of diagnostic material restrict our country's ability to test more for coronavirus infection. To overcome this barrier, scientists from the Pune based National Institute of Virology, or NIV, that comes under the Indian Council of Medical Research, or ICMR, have developed an indigenous diagnostic kit named COVID Kavach ELISA for COVID 19 testing. Our body produces antibodies in response to microbe invasion. The kit developed by NIV scientists will detect the antibodies produced in response to COVID 19 infection. NIV scientists have been able to successfully isolate the coronavirus from patients, paving the path for the development of this kit. The developed antibody kit is found to be highly specific and sensitive and has been validated at two sites in Mumbai. Unlike the RT-PCR test, ELISA-based test is possible even at a district level. Also, through this new development, 90 samples can be tested together in a mere 2.5 hours. ICMR has partnered with Zydus Cadila for mass-scale production of the ELISA test kits, and we hope that mass testing will be realized using this Made in India kit. Let's know more about this kit from Dr. Gajanan N. Sapkal and Dr. Pragya D. Yadav, who are scientists at the ICMR's National Institute of Virology.
ELISA, COVID IgG ELISA is basically has three major components, which makes it very unique in the sense that this is first time which we have developed in our country using our own know-how of the assays, where we have used the virus which is inactivated. Otherwise, the sample need to be handled in high containment facility. So we have used the viral antigen, which is actually inactivated, and it can be then used in the BSL-2 kind of facility. So that is one. The other question regarding IgG is, as in any diseases, you know that the primary antibody, which is the indicator of any infection, is IgM, followed by the IgG. So the IgM is the indicator of the primary infection, while IgG is the indicator of exposure. So here, in the indigenous ELISA, which we have developed, ICMR has developed, so we are looking for the IgG antibody, which will tell us the exposure to the COVID-19.
When the COVID-19 came, then people were not sure if we will able to detect antibody, how much importance of the ELISA test would be. But we decided that we should fast go work on this ELISA, because available ELISA is not very reliable, and we want to do many basic research. And the most important, we are looking for a zero prevalence of the country, where we can decide how much population is having exposure, as Dr. Gajanan has explained. So we can always do this thing, detecting the IgG antibody, because IgG antibody develop in the later phase of the disease, and if you detect it, then you can determine how is the prevalence in the community. So this ELISA will be used for the area, even when the people are not infected, but we can take their blood sample, we can separate the serum, and then we can use for detecting these antibodies. So in summary, I can say that real-time RT-PCR are being used for acute infection detection when a person is sick, to decide if a person is sick, so that they can be put in isolation, quarantine can be done, and also contact tracing can be done. But for the later phase of the disease, or for the exposure, or for the asymptomatic cases, we can detect the IgG antibody and do the seroprevalence.
Phones, currency notes, files, papers, and many more items can easily get soiled with microbes. However, use of liquid disinfectant to clean these objects can damage them. Now, two new UV sanitization cabinets devised by the Hyderabad based Research Center Imarat, which is a laboratory of Defense Research and Development Organization or DRDO, can help in this regard. One of the UV cabinets made by scientists has been named Defense Research Ultraviolet Sanitizer or DRUVS. In this cabinet, one can place gadgets for sanitization. Once placed, the cabinet exposes the object to UV light in 360-degree fashion to sanitize it. The cabinet goes into a sleeping mode once the operation is completed, and therefore a person is not required to stand nearby the cabinet to switch it off. The other UV cabinet is specifically made to sanitize currency notes and has been named Notes Clean. In this machine, the user needs to place the currency notes in a loose fashion. Once placed, the machine picks notes one by one and passes it through UVC lamps for disinfection. Both of these cabinets can come handy in offices or banks for quickly sanitizing the gadgets and currency notes. To make our country self-reliant in RT-PCR and serological testing of COVID-19, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research or CSIR has invited applications from private companies for a public-private partnership. Through this initiative, CSIR offers to handhold the industries for building their testing capacity by offering them the infrastructure facility of CSIR and by training their human resources. On the other hand, the industry is expected to have the requisite infrastructure and human resources to take up manufacturing of the reagents. The industry will have to validate the kits made with their manufactured reagents and finally commercialize and carry out marketing of the reagents. The applications for this public-private partnership can be sent on the address flashing on the screens. Thanks all for today. We will be back with another edition of COVID-19 Bulletin soon. We hope that you all are safe, sound and staying at home. See you soon. Namaskar.